Hey guys, so welcome to my YouTube channel. My first video ever for Attack of the Karens, which is a pixel art shmup about saving your city from giant cyborg Karens that are trying to take over. So it's my first commercial game that I'm making. I'm learning Unity, I'm learning pixel art, I'm learning a lot of fun things, and I've made a couple of small games and put them out on itch.io. But this is my first real game that I'm putting together. So today I want to show you a pixel art animation I made for a character, I guess an enemy in the game. He's the Kevin bot. So the Karens will seek their Kevin bot on you and you have to destroy him. So he's got a couple of drill arms and he'll lunge at you and try and attack you. So I'm going to show the time-lapse video here and I'm going to do a bit of a voiceover while you watch it. Anyway, yeah, hope you enjoy it. Thanks. If you do, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. I'm hoping to do these regularly. I have been wanting to do YouTube for a while, I just haven't gotten around to it. I've been so busy with some of the things, so hopefully I'll be able to pump out more content like this for you, and yeah, hopefully promote the game a little bit. And if you get a chance, follow the link in the description and go wishlist Attack of the Karens on Steam. It would help me out a ton. So fun fact, I actually recorded this whole voiceover and then realized I wasn't recording in OBS, so we get to do it again. And hopefully I can talk about the same things that I talked about the first time because I liked the way the first one turned out, but we have to do it again. So anyway, so yeah, I was making a character. Just kind of wanted to create a bulky kind of football player almost looking guy, somebody who goes to the gym and always skips leg day and is just kind of obsessed with his own self-image. So kind of goes along with the theme of the whole game. It plays off that whole Karen meme, you know, where you usually about spoiled and entitled white women, and this kind of goes along with that, being their Kevin manservant. So yeah. Somebody you just kind of look at and you're like, oof, another one of those guys. Anyway, I hope I'm not triggering anybody here with that, but that's kind of the theme of the game. And if you're offended, well, then it's probably not the game for you. So here I was kind of putting in his head and his eyes. I didn't know if I wanted to be sunglasses or, you know, just some kind of eye shape. So I eventually went to doing little beady eyes like this with a big brow. And so that's kind of what turned out there. Yeah, I just started shading in his eyes, getting the eye position correct, and his nose. Nose took me a little bit to get right. And then, let's see where I go next with it. Squaring out his jaw, because that reads a little bit more male. Usually females have kind of a softer jaw curve, and males have more of a square jaw curve, at least in cartoons, that's the way they read, and it's a little bit easier to identify, you know, what's what. So here's adding in his hair around his skull. I ended up giving him kind of this wave poof type hairdo. I felt that would look pretty good with this character, and it was actually pretty fun to animate in the end. I don't think I recorded the animation for this time lapse, but on future pixel art videos I'll be sure to get the animation, because that's the part that takes the most work, and but it ends up being the biggest payoff for sure once you get that done. Sometimes animation can be a huge chore, but if you power through it, it's super valuable as long as it's done correctly. So here I started coloring in the drill arms. I kind of realized at this point they were a little bit dinky, so I cut them and I made them a little bit longer here in a second. I just wanted it to look a little bit more menacing, a little bit more noticeable to the player, kind of what the enemy looks like in his form and his shape. But before that I kind of went through and did some shading on the body. Here I'm showing some depth, and for me that was kind of the biggest part where I grew in pixel art, was learning how to do depth and how to do shading. So if you're learning pixel art or any kind of art for that matter, I'm not an art major at all. If Rick ever sees this video he's gonna shake his head, but he went to a huge art school and I'm very intimidated by that. But anyway, so yeah, the minute I started to learn how to show depth with shading, the pixel art really started to look a lot better and started to take off. So if you are learning pixel art and you're an amateur like myself and you're not a professionally educated artist, then yeah, I'd suggest trying to get your shading down. It'll add a lot, and I'm not really the person to go to for questions. You can do courses and that kind of thing for that, but yeah, when I started to learn that, the pixel art started to look much better. So you can see that I'm doing that around his jaw, do a little bit of shading to show his ear canal, or his ear socket there, and here's where I started to make the drill arms a little bit longer just because I wasn't happy with the length. And so here I'm adding in the dark, and I'm going to add a little bit of contrast here to kind of show shine, because with metals, that's a big thing you want to do, is to show the point at where the sun hits it. Just like any other metal you look at in everyday life, where the sun hits a metal is always really shiny. And so you want to do that same thing just to kind of show that this reads a little bit more metallic than, say, his clothes, which is more of a uniform kind of, the light hits it a lot more uniformly, where on the drills it hits it pretty strong on the front edge there, and then it kind of fades quickly as it goes around to the back side. So anyway, yeah, just finishing up the drawing here. I wish I would have recorded the animation. That would have been fun to show you guys, but I'll have to do that for my next pieces that I make for the game. Yep, and that was about it. So that's it for this one. Again, like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And if you liked what you saw, please wishlist Attack of the Karens on Steam. Follow the link in the description. It would really help me out. And you can visit my website at studioprimitive.net and check out the project, check out more about the game. And I'll also probably put some links to other projects in the future on there. You can also join the mailing list, and you can join our Discord and talk with us about the game, and help contribute some ideas and give me some feedback. So anyway, have a good one. Thanks, guys.